Hi legends, it's the English Simmer here, and today we're doing something that we haven't done in a while. I'm actually gonna be playing The Sims 4 on my PS5 on console. Obviously, it's been a very, very heavy Sims 4 news week. I feel like we've had so many updates, patch notes, the new expansion pack has been revealed, all of that. But obviously, we did get the patch update back on Tuesday now. And whilst I read the patch notes updates about console and was actually feeling very happy with them, I haven't played console in a little bit, but I was like, you know what? A lot of these seem to be things that I definitely struggled with, or at least had the idea of with people playing on bigger monitors. And it turns out, whilst the accessibility side of that console patch has gone down well, it doesn't seem as if the control changes have gone down well. I am playing on a PS5. I also only have base game installed because I know some people are running into lag and issues of that nature. I don't ever really see it because base game isn't as demanding as having all of the packs. And I will just point out, the Sims team are directly listening to feedback on this one. They've already been made aware that people don't like the changes that are made, but SimGuru Nick said, "Hey console simmers, we're aware of concerns regarding controls in build mode, and we're collecting feedback in the following Answers HQ thread. Please share your experience with us there. Thanks so much." Starts on page 7, goes all the way to page 24. So it's not just you. If you have been playing on console and you've been struggling with the new controls, you can't now do things that you used to be able to do. Don't worry, you're not Taylor Swift. It's not you. You're not the problem, I promise. But I would suggest going to this thread, voting stuff up if you are also struggling with it, leaving your responses, all of that, so that they can just do more deep dives on this. The Sims Direct Communications also said, "We're aware and currently investigating the console crashes. We're also collecting feedback on the console controller changes, so please feel free to share your experiences here." And honestly, if you scroll down through these, you will see so many different experiences. And then again, our team is continuing to investigate console crashes and is looking into affected save files that could help in our investigation. If you'd like to share, please see the Answers HQ post linked below for instructions on how. I'm going to leave links to all of those Answers HQ thread, and also some members of my personal community, such as Console Gamer, have said Xbox console players can't build anymore with keyboard and mouse in the Sims 4 camera mode. The new console update broke both build and live mode for Xbox users. And then also people responding with, "I really dislike this update. Why did they have to change it?" But I am glad that EA are aware and are listening. So if you go to options and then other, you have this new adjust margins, which basically allows you to actually change the Sims resolution or how it fits on your screen that you're playing on without doing it through your global PlayStation settings. They now also have in accessibility this cursor scale, so you can actually change how big your cursor is. It actually just goes up incrementally by 25% up to 200%. Again, if you are playing on a 4K resolution TV, this is going to be way more helpful because you'll actually be able to see the cursor a lot more easily. At least that's the hope. So those two things, absolutely great. However, most people definitely seem to be having issues in build mode with the new sort of controls that they've brought out. It says that they brought improvements such as the build catalog staying open when you actually go into build mode. Originally, that actually used to collapse on console, which a lot of people preferred, because when you actually go into build mode on console, obviously with not being able to really be able to change the angle, kind of takes up a good quarter of the screen real estate, especially if you do have your UI set to be bigger so that you can actually see it from further away. And honestly, when I first read this, I was like, oh, this feels like they've optimized it towards console players. It actually feels more optimized to PC players than it does console and controller, which I think is such an odd choice. Because for example, you used to be able to go through these menus just by clicking different things, whereas now it's all sort of cursor, and then you have to really aim to get your cursor over to the scroll bar. You have to hold it down and then scroll, but it goes so fast and it feels like you're just playing it on PC, which shouldn't be the case for console, because if you wanted to feel like you were playing on PC, then you could just add had a keyboard and mouse. Why have I just like stopped here? What the heck? How do I get back over? I have to press circle to get back over to here. It just feels like so many extra steps in build mode. I know you can turn down like the control sensitivity and all of that, but then that also just makes your build mode even more slow because it means that you have to like fiddle around with it. You have to wait forever for your cursor to get to the other side of the screen. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I haven't built on console in a long while, so I can't like fully remember all the intricate details of like building. You could just hit like the right trigger on your control and that would like scroll through these objects for you. So it just feels like they've added extra work. When it comes to choosing the swatch, I'm fairly sure you just used to be able to cycle through these with your joystick, whereas now you actually have to click through all of them. One thing to note as well, so basically it feels like it's PC optimized when you hit circle and then circle again to go to like the cursor, but then it's got this like weird hybrid, which I have no idea. I'm gonna hit L3 just to be able to see. It has toggle cursor, filter items, pause menu, confirm back. How do I choose a color swatch if I'm in this like gridded mode, which feels more like the old way of doing it? What if I hit square? Is that gonna bring it up? Nope. Triangle? Nope. And then if I hit circle, it just takes me back to this menu. But if how do you access the swatches? No, didn't want to do that, but that did bring up my filter items. Not redo or undo in this mode, but it did it in the other mode. Okay, so you hit X. Okay, so confirm, and then this confirms that that's the one that you want. Me personally, I would literally just hit circle as many times as you can and then just use it this way. I know it's annoying for like the scrolling element, but then it takes you back into this anyway. What the heck? This is a roller coaster and I feel a bit sick. I would like to get off, please. I have seen people also say about this update that hitting the right trigger actually like redoes something and brings up the search bar. I'm personally not seeing the search bar on mine. Like I do have the search function over here. However, if this is popping up like every time some people hit R2, I can see why that would be annoying. Whenever I've played console, it's because I've wanted that different experience and I've wanted to feel like it was on console, which currently I feel like it feels no different. So I'm gonna plug these bad boys in and see if it actually does feel as if it's optimized for PC rather than console itself. I never ever play with The Sims 4, so I apologize if I'm gonna be absolutely useless on this. It's so weird to me to be playing with this because I'm fairly sure like the Sims 4 camera doesn't really give you rotation, but I want to see if I can actually like plop down an item, and then if I get rid of this one, can I then, yeah, I can like pick up items and stuff. Some people have said that they can't even do that when playing on a mouse and keyboard on Xbox, so I'm again not really suffering from that issue, but this literally just feels the exact same as what console feels like now. Obviously, if you are struggling with the issue of the Sims 4 camera not really working on Xbox, I kind of want to give you the option to play with the Sims 3 camera. So let's turn this back on real fast. Take me back to my safe place. Sims 3 camera, boom, let's go. Apply those changes. I would say if you're choosing to play with the Sims 3 camera, have a mouse that has a middle scroll wheel. It helps so much. Your like right click and hold is actually gonna be your movement around the screen, and then your left click is just like selecting items, choosing interactions if you're in live mode, all of that. I'm fairly sure your left click is just gonna feel completely natural because it's exactly the same. However, your scroll wheel, if you scroll it up, you zoom in. If you scroll it out, you zoom out. And then if you actually hold down your middle scroll wheel, this is where you get all of the angles. There's no fixed positioning, and I think right now, until hopefully these controls change, this is going to be your best option, unfortunately, to play The Sims 4 on console, which again shouldn't be the case because you're playing on console, and I feel like you should have all of this mobility and things like that already in your game using a controller. If you hold your scroll wheel and then you like move your mouse up, the camera tilts up. If you move your mouse down, the camera tilts down. If you move it to the right, it like scrolls around. If you move it to the left, it turns it around. If you go in like a down down left position, it's gonna take you to like the bottom left. This isn't me trying to start a debate. This isn't me trying to start beef with those of you who are comfortable playing The Sims 4 with the Sims 4 camera. I'm not gonna judge anyone for that. Yes, sometimes I send out jokey tweets about it, but I just think the Sims 3 camera offers more customizability, which is unfortunate that it feels like this is the best way to play console right now, because obviously I'm playing with a literal keyboard and a mouse. If you just want to sit at your TV and play this game, you're probably really not gonna have this option. And I also have these available to me already. Not everyone does. Some people just have their console and their controller, which you should expect to be able to play and make the most of this game with. I really don't know how helpful this video is gonna be. I'm sure if you're a console player and you've been like playing it since the Sims 4 console came out, you're like, yes, Molly, I know all of this already. But I kind of just wanted to make this video more, one, to highlight the issues that some people are facing, and obviously to give you the option to feed that back to EA if you are also suffering with them, and also to cover the Sims 3 camera mode if you are playing with keyboard and mouse, because I do think that the Sims 3 camera mode is gonna help out, hopefully, in this situation. I would also love for you lot down in the comments to give me any more information about this. Obviously, that's better going towards like EA officially on their Answers HQ forum, because that's where you're actually gonna like see the results. I'm really just doing this to give you a place to vent if you need it, because I know how infuriating it can be if you feel like you can't play your favorite game, especially one that you've put so much money into. I would say the best case scenario here is for the team to take all of this feedback, and this is feedback that I'm seeing from a lot of console players, is purely just give us the option to choose between which controls we want. Let us choose between these new updated patch controls, or let us go back to like the legacy option, if you want to call it that, or the old controls that we have known and loved since the Sims 4 console came out, that most of us who have played this in the past have already gotten used to, that we feel comfortable with, that aren't giving us all of these issues and this massive steep learning curve. I think that gives the player the control of what they want, what suits them better, what build style they prefer. But I would also love to hear your theories, your suggestions for all of this. Let me know your feedback. I appreciate you all so much. I hope this video was like at least a little bit helpful, and I will speak to you all in the next one. Bye now.